The landlord is back. Let's go. Let's go. The landlord is back. It's Canelo Alvarez fight week, the face of boxing. We got the prediction. We got a lot to talk about. So we got to go through it one by one. But before I start anything, I'd like to thank everybody for rocking with the landlord. And this is the first of many lives. You know, I'm finally coming back. Let's go. So let me jump it off like I always do. If you like to fall in love in prison, this is not for you. If your asshole gets tight when Canelo fights, this is not for you. If you pee sitting down, this is not for you. If your breath smells like nuts, this is not for you. If you're online looking for a man's face, this is not for you. If you like to suck a lote, this is not for you. If you like to go play Hata Churro, this is not for you. Let's get to it. We got people backstage. We got people. Everybody needs to make their prediction. In Southpaw, I just want to remind the world that Southpaw Boxing said this fight, Canelo Alvarez was ducking Jermell Charlo. I just want to remind everybody that. Before the fight was made, he said, Canelo Alvarez is ducking Jermell Charlo. He said that in that raspy-ass, nut-sucking voice. He said that. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Now that the fight has been made, he said he's cherry-picking. He's cherry-picking. So I just want you to know that. So when Southpaw is up there choking on an elote this weekend, you need to understand that this man said he was ducking Jermell Charlo. Now he's saying it's a cherry pick. Keep that same energy. But let's go. Let's go. My brother Ricky Solis says, you will see, you will learn. We've seen Canelo say that about Jermell Charlo, so I'm going to give my quick prediction, and I'm going to have everybody jump on. Whoever wants to, you can put your prediction in the comments. You can jump online and give me your quick prediction. We can do any of it. But I'm going to just tell you this. Canelo Alvarez said, you will see, you will learn. Canelo, it's my thought process that Canelo Alvarez has been injured. You know, the man has had a surgery on his wrist. He had issues with his ribs, all of that. Canelo Alvarez said out of his own mouth he's 100% healthy. I believe 100% healthy Canelo Alvarez knocks out Jermell Charlo. I'm not sure what round, but I believe the fight won't go to distance. I think skills-wise, Canelo Alvarez is on a different level. And while I think Jermell Charlo's an excellent fighter, he's undisputed. He's bigger than Canelo. He has a height advantage. He has a reach advantage. He's a physically bigger man. I think Canelo Alvarez is the more skillful man. He has the abilities to adapt and change in the ring. That's why you see Jermell Charlo have 2 rematches, and because he could not adapt in the ring. So I'm just telling you, I think Canelo Alvarez skill-wise is on another level, and I believe he knocks out Jermell Charlo this weekend. That's my opinion. That's my prediction. Now let's get to everybody's opinion, their prediction, and what everybody thinks. And I also want to say one more thing. When this fight was announced, everybody said that Jermell Charlo was going to knock out Canelo. Let's see if Canelo hits the canvas. All of these dumbasses are going to look stupid after this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's like Southpaw Mama on Christmas opened up a churro. I cannot wait. Let's go. My brother Kenneth says, finally, the IBF So look, I agree. I think Canelo Alvarez can get a unanimous decision on Jermell. I think Canelo Alvarez, he doesn't have to knock him out. I just believe he will because I believe Canelo's the better fighter overall. But he does not have to knock him out. I think he will knock him out because I think his skills, his power, and his ability to adjust can do that. but I do think Canelo Alvarez stops him. But I'm not mad at a unanimous decision because Canelo Alvarez would win a clear, concise victory. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get to the first caller. My brother Rudy, what's good with you, my
What's up? What up, IBP?
Salute. Talk to me. Who wins? How? Tell me everything.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, I agree with you 100%. I think it's going to go, you know, late rounds, 9 to 10. Body shot, Canelo. He's breaking him down. Maybe 1 through 5 rounds. Charlo's going to be staying away because he wants to take him to deep waters. He thinks he's going to get tired. But, like, look at what happened in Bivol fight. Like, Canelo was tired since fucking 3rd round, and still he couldn't get knocked out, you know? Like, and then with that good chin of Canelo that he has, like, man, Charlo's he's gonna find out, man. He's gonna fuck around and find out. So I'm hoping for a knockout, but an explosive fight, man. If Charlo can make it like exciting, that would be great too. But yeah, Canelo all day. Damn. Cutting out.
Canelo. Like if Triple G couldn't, how can Charlo?
Exactly.
If Kovalev didn't, how can Charlo? This is the same Charlo went 12 rounds with Tony Harrison, and Tony Harrison had already been knocked out and slept. So that's what I'm saying. He gets slept more than Southpaw Mama on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. And then he apparently thinks that Canelo Alvarez is Brian Castano. Canelo Alvarez is not Castano. God. He's not some reckless fighter that comes in. And in my opinion, Charlo lost that first fight to Castano.
Yeah. I think he did too.
So, I mean, we understand, but we will see. You got Canelo Alvarez, body shot knockout, late rounds, I believe, right?
Late rounds, yeah. 9, 10, around there.
Salute, my brother. Make sure you go bust you some cheeks this weekend. Salute,
you know
family.
It, man. You know it.
My brother Noe, what's good with you, my brother? It's
New big dog. What's up, man? What is up, man?
Who you got? How do you see it going? Talk to the people, my brother.
Come on, man. You already know who I got. I got Canelo all the fucking way, man.
Woo! How does this fight end?
I can see 2 options. Option A is knockout late rounds, or option B, unanimous decision. That's all I'm gonna say.
And to me, it doesn't matter how the fight ends. It's all about Canelo Alvarez showing the world that he's at the top of his game and that he's back healthy.
I mean, come on, and all these people saying that how Charlo's gonna knock him out. Get the fuck out of here, man. He's got a chin like fucking Rocky Balboa, man. He could take hooks and uppercuts like it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I mean?
That's right. And look, I got a question to ask you real quick. What do you think about Teddy Atlas? And Teddy Atlas is a well-known Canelo hater. I'm going to drop a video about it, but Teddy Atlas has been online saying that Canelo is not an all-time great fighter. He's been butthurt ever since Triple G lost to Canelo. But he's saying Tank Davis, the most skillful fighter in boxing, but Canelo's not even an all-time great. That don't make any sense to me.
Oh, God. You know, man, it's honestly, it's sad to see because, you know, Teddy Atlas, he's a big name in boxing. Like there's no question about that. He's a good trainer and all that, but you know, he's just lately he's kind of like fallen off, if you get what I'm saying, you know?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you this about Teddy Atlas. Every morning he wakes up and has a big bowl of Triple G's nuts. And that's the only reason why anybody would hate on Canelo. Why do you get up and have a big bowl of Triple G's nuts with a side of milk? Teddy Atlas, sit your dumb ass down. I appreciate you coming on here, Noe, man. Salute to you, my brother. Go bust you some cheeks, get you some drinks. I'm going to see you after the fight. We got to chop it up, my brother.
Salute, hell yeah, man.
Salute. All right, who's next? Anybody backstage? Make sure you show me your face. If you want to get on, I'm dropping the link again. My brother Al Beasy says Canelo is simply better than Charlo. Added on to the fact that Charlo isn't used to 168, this is a recipe for disaster. Even the LDBC knows who wins. But that doesn't stop the LDBC from saying Canelo's going to get clowned, Canelo's going to get outboxed, Canelo's going to get knocked out. They think Canelo Alvarez is some one-dimensional, one-trick pony. They really think Canelo Alvarez is a bigger Ryan Garcia. This is how they talk about him, like he's just completely trash, one-dimensional, and can't do shit. That shows you that they're idiots, because you don't go and dispute it if you don't have skills. You don't beat 3 undefeated prime world champions in 11 months if you don't have skills, dumbass. And this is just another showing of why Canelo Alvarez is great. After this fight, they're going to be hating on him. Oh, it's a cherry pick. But they said for years he's been dunking all black fighters, and especially Jermell and Jamal Charlo. Keep that same energy. My brother Frankie24 said Mel gonna feel Canelo's body shots, just like Southpaw Mama feel all them body shots she gets every weekend. And I'm telling you, Canelo's dangerous to the body. And if Mel feels a body shot, he's gonna drop his hand, and that means he gets sent straight to hell. You drop your hands on a counter puncher like Canelo Alvarez, you got some heat coming on your ass. He better have a solid, elite chin, which I don't believe he got. We about to find out this weekend. We gonna find out. Drop your hands you want to. You might go to sleep. That's all I'm gonna say. I just dropped the link, my brother King. Salute to you, family. Salute. And we got some more callers backstage. I'm about to get to all of you guys. My brother El Leo says Charlo finna be Charco because he finna get smoked. 7-round stoppage, Canelo. Oh, man. That was a good one. Oh, man. Oh, man. Charlo is finna be Charcoal. We need to see them signs all over T-Mobile Arena. Charlo is charcoal at this point. The LDBC is going to think is racist. All he's going to do is get cooked. That's all. He just getting cooked. That's it. My brother Oliver Rodriguez, I can see Jermell going wild like he does in every fight, and Canelo will counter him, knock him out in 9 to 10 rounds. I can really see that happening. I think Jermell is too emotionally unstable. He's going to get in the ring. He's going to panic. You know, Derek James not going to know what to do. Canelo's going to counter him. But I can see Jermell playing it safe for the first 3 to 4 rounds, not really wanting to engage, trying to get on his bike, trying to stay safe. But if he engages too early, he might take a quick nap. My brother Houston Promotion says, call me a hater, but I would love to see Charlo winning most of the rounds, and then Canelo knocks his ass out with 10 seconds left in the round. and frankly, look, I'm going to just tell you this. A win's a win. If a guy knocks you out in the last 10 seconds, he still won. You still can't take him. He still put you to sleep. It doesn't matter how you win. It's as long as you win. I mean, that's really the truth. Oh, man. My brother Lil E said, like it or not, we are in the Canelo era. My brother J-Town says, Charlo early retirement. SSC says, salute to the landlord. Let's go Canelo. Absolutely, my brother. We're watching greatness. And I'm not even going to name any names, but there's a lot of YouTube boxing channels out here that said they were big Canelo supporters, that said they were big Canelo fans, and they've been picking against Canelo this whole fight. If you haven't been paying attention, pay attention now, because they're going to have dick on their breath after the fight. Just keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. Keep the same energy after the fight like you had before the fight. That's all I'm saying. My brother Kenneth says Ellerby's nostrils look like New York subways. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. My brother Jonathan says Canelo is different. They say Charlo can win with the jab. Mel only lands 10 to 12% of jabs in Castaño Harrison fights. Think about that. Canelo is a monster. And a jab is a great tool, but you need more than a jab. Look at Triple G. He didn't even convincingly ever beat Canelo. And he needed a jab, a great chin, and a lot of power. He needed a lot just to get there. You got to understand. This is levels, and Canelo Alvarez is on the highest levels. My brother Ricky Solis, he said the haters are switching from Benavidez to Crawford, and let's say it for what it is. For whatever reason, the PBC decides Crawford, they're going to say he's ducking Benavidez. They should push Benavidez more than Crawford. I agree. I think it's time for Canelo Benavidez more than it is for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, he's an excellent fighter. He's a great fighter. But I think everybody's been waiting on the Benavidez fight. Terence Crawford needs to fight Tim Tszyu. He needs to fight Jerome Boots Ennis. He needs to fight all of those guys at that weight. We don't need anybody saying Canelo's cherry picking another guy moving up in weight. I don't want to hear that shit again. So let's just fight where you fight. That's all I'm saying. Fight where you fight. That's all I'm saying. My brother Rick is on the line. What's up, my brother? What's good with you? Talk to me. Who you got winning?
All right, so most betting sites say fight's going to go over 10.5. I say take the under, make those $100. And the way I got the fight going, just like Inoue and Fulton, just like Big Bang Zhang, one to the body, and then coming up top, drop in Charlo.
Woo! I can see Charlo dropping them hands. He feel that body shot. Oh! He gonna be screaming like Southpaw Mama on her birthday.
Yeah, and what do we know about Canelo? He loves working the body, and that, just like he took Plan out. He was conditioning him, and then he's going straight to the top. And I feel like an overhand's gonna go. Charlo's gonna, he's gonna beat the 10 count, and then Canelo's gonna just chase him down and knock him down a second time, and that's him finished.
Absolutely. And what does it say to you that Canelo says that he's really motivated for this fight? What does that mean anything to you? Think he's looking for the knockout because he's really motivated, because he's been hearing all the shit they've been talking about him?
What I think he's gonna do is okay, I don't know, maybe in my opinion, the John Ryder and the Triple G, he's dominating the first half of the fight, and then I think maybe rounds 9 through 12, you can visibly see him slowing down. The output's not there. And people still judge him for beating the hell out of people, and you're like, he's beating these people dominantly just because he's knocking them out. I mean, shoot, Mayweather never knocked anybody out. The only people he was knocking out was people going to sleep watching his fights.
I mean, that's the only people Demetrius Andre ever put to sleep, people watching his fights. But they say he's a boogeyman. So he a boogeyman for putting people to sleep watching a fight going 12 rounds every fight. Canelo goes 12 rounds. He's exposed. He's trash. He's this. But Demetrius Andre, Devin Haney, Floyd Mayweather, Shakur Stevenson, all great boxers, but keep the same energy. A decision's a decision.
And Mayweather, I don't want to see for 12 rounds just Philly show the whole time. I want to see somebody. Like I said, what do I want to see this for, man? I don't want to see that for 12 rounds. I want to see some action. And, Canelo he's never in a boring fight, and he's always throwing that heat.
Absolutely. And look, Leonard Ellerbe was over there on the sideline of all the Floyd fights, licking his lips, rubbing his chest, looking at his nuts. Leonard Ellerbe with them damn hot dog, peppermint patty face. You know what I mean? The guy looked like Black Santa Claus.
And
it
also,
looked disgusting.
No excuses. In one of the interviews that actually I put on my channel. So one of the interviews, he said, Charlo's, acclimated to the weight. He's doing good. So no excuses, right? You heard that from, the Messiah, Leonard Ellerbe, saying, hey, Charlo's good to go. He's a bigger guy. And, that's what I feel like Charlo, Charlo's usually fighting guys, up to his height. But, it's going to be interesting to see how he fights somebody shorter and stockier like Canelo. And I feel like Canelo's probably going to be the hardest puncher he's going to be feeling, pound for pound.
Absolutely. I agree. And from now on, just don't call him Leonard Ellerbe. I don't want to disrespect him. His name is Leonard Smellerby because that big ass nose of his. But thank you for jumping on, my brother. I appreciate you. Salute. Absolutely. Go bust you some cheeks this weekend, my brother. Join us after the fight. Salute. My brother, the son of New Jersey, the one, the only, the cheek buster. My brother, talk to us. Talk to us. Who do you got? How do you see it? Tell us everything.
Good, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see these haters in absolute hell tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. So I've said it before and I say it again. I think due to Canelo, him saying that he's 100% ready, he has no injuries and all that, I think he's going to make an example out of Jermell Charlo. And I think he's going to Mortal Kombat decapitation type of knockout in 5 to 6 rounds.
Oh, he's at 5 to 6 rounds.
Yeah, because look, I think Jermell's going to do good. I think he's going to try to move around the ring. He'll try to be the one out boxing him. But as soon as Canelo touches that chin and as soon as Canelo touches that body, it's either Jermell Charlo's going to get battered on the ropes, or he's going to get put to sleep. Even if he did, you know what? I dare him to exchange with Canelo, because if he exchanges with them, Charlo's going to get slept.
Oh man. What do you think? Do you think Charlo's energy has changed? So when Charlo called out Canelo, he said, I can knock his ass out. Now, when the fight is made, he has not been disrespectful. He said, yes, sir, Mr. Alvarez, sir. Yes, sir. I can hold your nuts on the way to the podium. Like, this guy is not disrespectful. He's not having any aggression. He's calm. He's respectful. He's not talking about I'm knocking him out. He's not saying any of that. Why has his energy changed?
It's fear. It's fear. Ooh. That's why. I think, he knows what's going to happen, because we all seen what happened when Caleb Plant tried to play Mr. Billy Badass and what happened with him. We've seen it. We've seen it with Billy Joe Saunders, and Canelo broke his face what happened with Callum Smith. We've seen his arm pretty much got ripped apart, and we've seen Triple G. Triple G got battered into a pulp. And so what I think is going to happen, like I said, 5 to 6 rounds, Mortal Kombat, decapitation. And all I'm just going to see is finish him. And then last but not least, I'm getting tired of these Benavidez fans, just hating on Canelo, man. Because I can tell you right now, it's going to be the first time ever I'm going to be rooting for Demetrius Andrade because I just want somebody to end Benavidez for good. I can't stand them.
I'm going to tell you this, and this is what people always mistake from me, is that they think that I hate David Benavidez. They think that I hate Demetrius Andrade. In all reality, I like both of those guys. I really do. I don't care that Demetrius Andrade fights are boring all the time. I don't care. I still watch them. I don't have a problem with Andrade, and I have a problem with Benavidez. And you know what? At the end of the day, to me, it doesn't matter who wins that fight. So let's say Demetrius Andrade wins the fight. Everybody say, oh, Canelo's scared. If Benavidez wins, oh, Canelo's scared. Honestly, I think Canelo beats them both. And
Same.
So to me, it really doesn't matter who he fights, but the narrative is always alive. So that's all I'm saying. It don't really matter. I don't hate either guy. May the best man win. I favor Benavidez to win the fight. I just think at some point Andrade will slow down. Benavidez will pick it up, and he'll get put to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, the only reason why I'm rooting for Andrade is just because the disrespect that Canelo gets from these haters, bro, and from Benavidez fans is just too much for me. And so I just want somebody to just please, for the love of Christ, of what is good on this planet Earth, just end this big fat ass already.
Oh, man.
I can't stand it. And now, I don't think Andrade's a better fighter than Plant. I don't think he has a better gas tank than Plant. But I will say this, if Andrade stays alert for 12 rounds without getting caught, without slowing down, then yeah, I think he can beat Benavidez. But
oh, yeah. He definitely got a chance to win a decision.
Yeah, but if Andrade exchanges with him in the middle of the ring, or if he gasses out, then Benavidez is going to send him to hell. But either way, if Andrade wins, I still want to see Canelo beat the brakes off of Andrade. If Benavidez wins, I love to see Canelo cut some Ecuadorian guinea pig off of his back.
I'm going to be honest. I want to see Canelo fight all these guys regardless. So it really don't even matter to me. I appreciate you jumping on, my brother. I got a lot of people backstage. Bust some cheeks this weekend, and I will see you after the fight, my brother.
Salute, fam.
Salute. All right, we got another one coming on. I got a lot of people coming on, and thank you, my brother, to Creation. Salute to you, family. Where's the next one? My brother, Max Guzman. Salute to you, family. What's good?
I'm good, my brother. How are you doing? It's been a
while.
Good,
my brother. Good. Tell me who wins, how. Give me everything.
I want to make it quick and short because I admit I'm busy. So first of all, welcome back to the podcast. I miss you very much. And who I got Canelo by stoppage in the mid to late rounds. Ooh. And how I think it's going to happen is I have two ways of seeing this. Either A, Jermell is going to try to outbox him, try to get away from him because he's always gone into these scrap fights with guys that he can easily beat, like Harrison and Castano, but he's never messed with a Canelo level. So knowing him, even though he likes to throw exchange punches, he's going to learn not to exchange punches with him. And if he does, then he's going to be in big trouble. So the way I see it, he's going to be in trouble even if he tried to avoid him or if he tries to exchange with him, because we all seen how Canelo can adapt to any situation if somebody's trying to box and Philly shell him. Or if they try to go toe-to-toe with him, then, that's just a death sentence. So I got Canelo by either late stoppage or by unanimous decision. For Charlo, in my opinion, the only thing I could see him winning is if he just at least winning to survive, not to actually win, because that's the only way. When you go in a fight with Canelo, you're winning to survive, not to actually win. Let's be real about that. That's how I got the fight going.
Absolutely. I've seen it with Callum Smith. Canelo went in there, start battering this guy, the biggest man in the division, and then Callum Smith went into survival mode. And that was just sad to see. That was sad to see.
I agree. And, I will say this, what I'm looking forward to, because the only thing that's been annoying me is the John Ryder fight, which I think was an outstanding fight. It was awesome. I'm getting tired of people saying that he's taking a step back. He's out of his prime. He's slowing down, and we've all seen it. We all said it. He's had wrist injuries. He's taken on challenges. He hasn't truly taken a rest. So we're finally going to, and on top of that, using the John Ryder fight, let's be real. Yes, he went a whole 12 rounds, but he fucked him up. And on top of that, he wanted to give his fans a fight. Well, what's so wrong with that? To me, it's like he could have taken down John Ryder even early, but he wanted to give his fans the fight that they deserve. And to me, that is, for them to use that as an excuse, like, oh, he's slowing down, he's done, he's on the decline. Wait till this Saturday or tomorrow, I should say, and you're going to, like you said, like any true honest boxing fan said, you're going to see a really healthy prep time Canelo, and they're going to be in it. And I can't wait to hear all the haters talk all this shit.
Me too, my brother. Me too. I appreciate you jumping on. Go bust you some cheeks this weekend, my brother. See you after the fight.
You have a good one.
You too, my brother. Salute. My brother Lopez, what's good with you, my brother? Talk to me. Who wins, how, everything. What you got?
Hey, how's it going, Nuke? How's it going, man? Honestly, I wanted to break it down like a stylistically because Charlo's going to get beat up, but this is the reason Charlo's really going to get beat up, because the thing, right, is that with Charlo, where his success came in the Castagna fight was that Castagna was throwing a lot of punches, and the more punches a fighter throws, the more countering opportunities the fighter has. I used to box myself, so the thing is that people often criticize Canelo that he doesn't throw a lot of punches. They say that oh, he don't throw a lot of punches, but that's actually what makes it so difficult to beat Canelo, because typically pressure fighters throw a lot of punches, but when Canelo pressures fighters, he picks his punches wisely. He pressures you with his feet, he moves his head, and he picks his punches. So you don't get many countering opportunities with Canelo, and that's going to be the biggest kryptonite to Charlo. He's not going to have those countering opportunities, And another thing, I'm excited for this fight because they've been calling a lot of the guys Canelo fought Eurobums. So Charlo better put up a better fight than Callum Smith, Billy Joe, Plant, because if he doesn't, it's going to expose all that stuff they were saying about this European bullshit. He better put up a better fight. That's all I'm saying.
and that was a spot-on assessment, and I have to give you that. Canelo Alvarez is a natural counterpuncher, so of course he's going to be selective with his shots, and he's going to time them perfectly. That's what makes him such a great fighter. And Charlo on his own, he's somewhat of a counterpuncher himself, so he's going to be looking for shot selection. People always talk about the speed difference, and they say, well, Charlo's so fast. But I've been hearing that so much about Caleb Plant and his speed. I've heard that about Billy Joe Saunders and his speed, and yet none of those speeds have affected him. Do you think that speed is going to be a big difference? Because I think Canelo at 168, I think it's his perfect weight. I think he's faster than what people believe at this weight.
Well, here's the thing. Canelo's speed is underrated, and I'll tell you why. Another breakdown. People say, people sometimes will say he's not fast. Canelo's fighting guys that are 6 foot plus with these long verticals. If you just know basic science, you know how fast you got to be to get in with your jab. No 5'7" fighters fighting guys with these verticals and these reaches. So for Canelo to even get in and land jabs is much more difficult than the average fighter. And what's going to hurt Charlo is the fact that Charlo is one of these guys that he weight trains himself so he could be a bully in a weight division, and that doesn't go well in the long term. Canelo's always moving up. Charlo should have been moved up already. So you want to be a bully, but now that you're going up and when you're fighting a real one, you're going to get your ass whooped. And I can't wait because Chumpside has Charlo as number 1 pound for pound. So I can't wait. He's been saying for years that Canelo would lose to him. Just like he said, he didn't even have a Nui on the pound for pound list. He had Fulton, and then when a Nui destroyed him, it was so funny. So I can't wait to see this again. He's been saying for years Charlo can't fuck with him. So when Canelo breaks him down, I'm going to laugh, for that shit.
And here's one thing that most people don't understand about the Charlo fight. We don't even know if his power will translate all the way up to 168 because he's been fighting smaller guys weight draining themselves. That's a big key in this fight, and I don't think people understand it. You need to have enough power to keep Canelo off. We don't know what his power is at 168.
Exactly. And it's funny because even without the power, he's just skill for skill, not better. He has a little bit of a similar base style. He's a counter. Canelo's a boxer puncher that evolved into a pressure fighter after the Mayweather fight. He's just a boxer puncher, counter puncher, but he's not as good as a boxer puncher, counter puncher. He's nowhere near the level. Canelo has 2 styles, pressure fighter and boxer puncher. And like I said, he's not going to have a lot to counter with in the end of the day. So off of just that alone, what's he going to do? Because think Charlo can't make good adjustments. So when he can't counter, he's going to have to exchange with Canelo. And obviously that's bad too in the end of the day. So I do like Charlo. He's a good fighter, but he stood in one division for his whole career, and that's going to hurt him in this fight. He should have moved up a long time ago.
And I agree. And then the one last thing I want to point out here is that Charlo, he's never fought a fight where he avoided exchanges the whole fight. He's not that type of fighter. He's a guy that always has to get in there. At some point in this fight, whether he likes it or not, there's going to be some big exchanges made. And the question is, can he survive those exchanges? I don't believe he can.
No, he's not going to survive those exchanges. This is similar to my analogy is proven with the Spence Crawford fight. I mean, look, Crawford had so many countering out. That's why he took Spence out easier than if you look at Crawford when he fights pressure fight, he takes him out easy because Spence gave him all the countering opportunities. So yeah, the power is he's not gonna do shit in exchange. His best bet is to be on his bicycle, out jab him, but it's not gonna work because Canelo's gonna pressure him with his head movement. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing, you know.
Absolutely, my brother. You have great boxing knowledge. I would love to have you back on the show right after the fight. Thanks for jumping on. Go bust you some cheeks. Salute, my brother.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man. Take care. Thank you.
You too, my brother. All right, let's see who else we got backstage. Talk to me, my brother. What's good?
Hi, I am the guy from Greece. We talked some months before. I just wanted to say once again that these guys are no match for Canelo.
Oh man, you're all the way from Greece, and how do you have the fight going? Do you think Canelo knocks him out? You think it's a decision? How do you think this fight will end?
I think it can go either way, but it's gonna be Canelo for sure. Canelo.
Absolutely. Canelo's just another level. He's a different type of monster, and that's really what makes a difference in the fight. He has a higher skill set, higher IQ, and more experience. He has everything you need to beat a guy like Charlo.
Yes, and there's no excuses for the weight, in my opinion, because Charlo made the weight comfortably. He's taller, bigger, and all that. So there's no excuses and no cherry picking.
Absolutely, my brother. And everybody's bigging up Greece in the comments. Thank you so much for joining on, my brother. I appreciate it. I expect to hear from you after the fight. Go get you some of them Greek cheeks, man, and enjoy yourself. Salute, family.
Okay.
Thank you. Who's next? I need to see your face. If you're backstage, I'll let you on. We got Nello. What's good with you, my brother? Talk to me.
Yo, salute, IBFP. How you doing, my man?
Good, my brother. Good. Talk to me.
All right, man. Well, first and foremost, I think after Saturday night, we're not going to call him Canelo anymore, in my opinion. I don't think we should call him Canelo Alvarez. I think we should call him Saul the Lion Tamer Alvarez, because he's going to tame that lion.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, no, you're going to say something? What's up?
Yeah, the only thing I was going to say is I seen on social media somebody said that Jamal Charlo is not talking because he's a lion. I heard that because lions get quiet before their hunt. But I was like, that don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense because the female lion hunts, not the male lion.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't even know how this works. But anyway, yeah. So you think Canelo Alvarez wins? How do you see it happening? Knockout, decision, what round?
So yeah, I got Canelo, and I'm gonna put money on it. I want to either bet on a 9th round knockout or 11th round knockout. I believe one of the two.
Oh man. Is there anything that you think that Canelo Alvarez is motivated for in this fight? Like all the trash talk where he was saying he was going to knock out Canelo. He was saying Canelo was ducking. He was calling him cinnamon. Canelo said, I heard all that shit. Mm-hmm. And he's basically saying, don't switch it up now. I heard all that. You think Canelo's extra motivated to hurt this guy when he gets him in the ring based on all of that?
Yeah, no, I heard all of that. And all Canelo had to say was two things. First and foremost, all he said was, I don't know what animal I need to be. And the second thing he said was, because Charlo was saying, I'm a lion. I'm the lion of this jungle. And Canelo was like, like he's not there to play around anymore. And you notice, here's the thing with both the Charlo brothers. For the conferences leading up to the fight, they're doing all this rah shit. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then now when it comes to Canelo, now they're humble all of a sudden. Think about it. And this is a common trait with everyone in the boxing world when it comes to Canelo. Think about Devin Haney. He was on Twitter talking all this shit about Canelo. Once Canelo shows up to a fight that Devin Haney's like, oh my God, can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? You know what I'm saying? Like he's turning his haters into fans. And another thing I want to say is, I mean, look at Southpaw a few days ago. You can look it up right now. It says in all caps and in parentheses, dog shape. Canelo ripped up for Jermell Charlo Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I want to say is that you know, the whole boxing world revolves around Canelo. When 147 just became undisputed in July, who are they talking about? Yeah, they talked about Crawford, but they're saying, oh, why don't we do, you know, Crawford versus Canelo? And then a week later, Crawford saying, oh, I'm not going to fight Canelo. It's not going to happen. The next week, he's like, oh, maybe we can do a catch weight. And now he's on Joe Rogan saying, yeah, I'll jump up 3 weight classes. You see how they act. You see how they act when the face of boxing comes to town. They know what it is with him, man. They know what it is. And here's a fun fact. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but on March 15th, 2024, if Jermall Charlo doesn't fight until then, that will be 1,000 days of inactivity, which is just absurd. And he'll still be a champion by the WBC.
Well, we know Jermall Charlo is going to fight. I think David Benavidez said that Jermall Charlo is going to fight his brother, Jose Benavidez, and he's going to fight him on the David Benavidez Demetrius Andre undercard in November. So he is going to fight, but he's not going to fight Caleb Plant. He went straight up coochie.
Wait, what? Wait, is that fight confirmed? Because Jose Benavidez, he just moved up to 154. So that means Jose Benavidez would jump up to 160?
160 or 168. They haven't announced the weight yet.
Oh my goodness. Well, in that case, I hope Maul wins. Everything goes according to plan, and hopefully he doesn't lose to an actor, you know, because Jose Benavidez was in Creed 3 earlier this year, man. But yeah, and really quick before I head on out, I know we're talking about the main event, but the undercard looks great. I mean, I'm putting money on a Mario Barrios knockout of Yordenis Ugas. I feel like he's going to target his orbital bone. And
wow.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And then as for Jesus Ramos, I feel like, I know Lubin's a tough guy, but I feel like look what Jesus Ramos did to Joey Spencer on the undercard of David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant in March. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like he can get Erickson Lubin out of there. So I got 3 knockouts tomorrow. You know, Jesus Ramos by knockout, Mario Barrios by knockout, and I got Saul the Lion Tamer Alvarez by knockout.
I think my prediction's almost on the same. I got Canelo by late knockout. I got Ramos by knockout, but I got Ugas winning that fight with Barrios.
Really? Do you get by decision or by knockout?
Likely decision. Because Barrios has been trying to hang in there tough lately, but I don't know. But I think Ugas boxes him out, and I think he gets Barrios. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna give you all the credit in the world because you calling it now.
Hell yeah, my man. Hell yeah. I'm putting some money on that, trying to make some bread off this fight. And one more thing. So I've heard the rumors about Andrade fighting Benavidez next, but is that like 100% confirmed?
Yes.
It is confirmed. Oh my goodness.
It's confirmed. It just hasn't been announced. It'll probably be announced when they have all the little details ready.
I mean, wow, we as boxing fans have been spoiled. But here's the thing with Andrade. Listen, Devon Trenko's manager a few years back said that Andrade pulled out of that fight. And then a few years back, I think 2014, Andrade pulled out of a fight with Jermell Charlo. And then, you know, he has a history pulling out fights. And then look at Janibek. He told Janibek, oh, he can't even carry my bags, you know, at 160. And then now at 168, he was supposed to fight Canelo. He was supposed to get his ass whooped by Canelo in Mexico, but he didn't want to fight, you know, Zach Parker. So then Ryder stepped up. So hopefully he doesn't pull out. And if Andre doesn't pull out, I will give him all the credit in the world. And I'll put it to you like this, my man. If Andrade beats David Benavidez, he will be my favorite prospect of all time. I'm being serious. Like, my granddad had Muhammad Ali. My dad had Julio Cesar Chavez. And I will tell my kids about Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade.
Absolutely, my brother. And this is one thing, and I'm gonna let you go, is that, you know, I seen an interview with Demetrius Andrade the other day where he has a lot of kids. I didn't know he had that many kids. I'm like, how do you have all these kids and all you do is pull out? I found that really funny.
Oh my God.
Well, anyway, my brother, salute to you. Have a good evening. Go bust you some cheeks, and I'll see you tomorrow after the fight.
Yeah, you know what, my man. Hey, have a great day, man. And yeah, and one more thing, man. You working hard, man. You post a minimum of twice a day, man. And love your videos, man. Got you in post notifications. You're the man. So shout out you, Monty Brown, and shout out everyone, and shout out Team Canelo. Viva Mexico, cabrones. See you tomorrow.
Salute, family. And let's get to the next one. Carlos Hernandez. I'm waiting on you, my brother. Carlos Hernandez. I seen you on there. Carlos, where are you? My brother Caesar says you're one of my favorite boxing channels. You tell the haters exactly what they deserve. Keep up the good work and please do more live shows. Thank you, my brother Caesar. I will definitely do more live shows. I will definitely keep doing this. People seem to really want the live show, so I'm going to bring it back in full force, and I'm going to do more and more live shows now because that's what people want. We pretty much go by what everybody asks for. If people want us to talk about Canelo, if they want us to talk about Crawford, if they want us to go live, whatever you want, I end up doing it anyway. So look, let's just do it. So I'm just going to be doing more and more live shows. My brother Rodney says, did you see Punch Drunk get dubbed by Canelo at the weigh-in? I did not. I did not. Oh, man. My brother Ivan, he says, love Charlo, but too many question marks. He's been hurt by Castaño and outboxed and hurt by Harrison, who neither are on Canelo level. Hard to pick Charlo. And Charlo's a good fighter. He's a pound-for-pound fighter. No disrespect towards Charlo. This is just what we've seen in Canelo, where we believe he's just a special type of fighter. That's all that is. That's all that is. Salute. My brother HVAC says, "My gente, my gente, my gente." Carlos, are you there? I think Carlos still trying to get on backstage. Kelmer, what's good with you, my brother? Talk to me.
Salute, IBFP. Well, obviously, I got Canelo by knockout. I don't like the energy Charlo brings. First, he was all talk. He was barking like a lion, and now he's all quiet. Like, what happened? And what happened? What happened? And his older brother got slapped and did nothing about it. So I don't expect Charlo to put up a good fight. He also got his ass kicked by Castaño and what's his name? Harrison.
Yep.
So that's my thought on that fight.
What do you think? Why do you think Charlo got real quiet? He's no longer talking shit. He's like, he's
I think
nothing.
No, I think he's scared, but he took the payday, so I think, okay, I got the money, but now I have to fight the guy. And I think that's when it got serious now. Like,
he's like, that's the downside. I really gotta fight him. The payday was worth it, but now I'm gonna shut the fuck up, basically.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking too. Because I'm thinking Canelo. Maybe he's thinking, oh, maybe if I stay quiet, Canelo will show mercy. That's why I think he got real quiet.
And then I think Canelo is also motivated by the fact that everybody says he's washed, he's declined, he's not a good fighter anymore. He seems to be really motivated. He looks in tremendous shape. He's always in shape, but in this time he looks like in even more better shape. The guy's out there training in Lake Tahoe. He's really focused on this fight.
he was at Big Bear running those camps.
Yeah.
So I feel for the Charlos, their day is coming. So much for Lions only. They went to Payasos only now.
Oh man. Salute, my brother. Let me get to my brother Carlos. Carlos, talk to me, my brother. Who do you have winning? How do you see the fight?
Hey, what's going on, Nuke? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm biased, man. I like Charlo because the guts that he has to fight Canelo, but Canelo is gonna stop him. I will say 7 to 8 or 9. Charlo, man, is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I mean, I don't take nothing away from him, and is the only fighter that I actually remember. He tried to fight Canelo before the Canelo was a famous. I mean, not a famous. The great Canelo that we know.
Yeah,
he tried to fight him when he was at 22. So I give him props because of that. But I'm Canelo fan, man, and not just because I'm a fan. I'm an honest. I think Canelo is gonna be too much for him. It's like Castaño 2.5 for Charlo. It's gonna be one side fight. I don't see Charlo can keep up with the pressure, the body shots. Charlo, he never actually get a body shot from nobody. Sometimes someone's try to get one or two, and they scare of because he's a big boy, and Canelo, he don't scare nobody. Canelo, he's gonna chop this motherfucker tree, man. I'm just excited for that fight. And another thing before that I get out of the line, Nuke, you always make my day, bro. I've been following you since I don't know how many years. My kids, they even like, oh, is your house? Bossy Nuke. They always make fun of me and everything. That's legit, and I appreciate that channel. That because you literally don't talk shit like you say always. Facts. I have a lot of debating with some guys about channels, and I was like, bro, if you want to see a channel that is unbiased about boxing, look for IBFP. Like I'm just totally honest. You're not talking shit. You just put in there your knowledge. Do you have? It's about okay. This is how I see everything. I'm not a fanboy or nothing. You know. If somebody hates Canelo, being honest, they don't know shit about boxing. It's not because I'm a Canelo fan. I'm a boxing fan. As a boxing fan, I appreciate what you do, man.
And that's why I didn't like the Errol Spence guys too, because after that, these guys said, I don't want to talk boxing anymore. I'm shutting down Trill Boxing Talk. These guys shut down their channel, don't want to talk boxing because Errol Spence lost. Then they were never boxing fans. They were just Errol Spence fans. And that's fanboy shit. I don't like that type of stuff.
But another thing, I've been watching on other channels sometimes, you know, and they been one day like, oh, Canelo is the greatest and this and that and something like that, and they can do this, they can do that. But as soon as they're gonna fight about their fighters, they're like, oh, you know what, Canelo is not as great. Charlo have a chance. I don't say everybody have a chance in the boxing match. You know, I'm not gonna call him out like 100% Canelo. No, it's 90% Canelo. I will say this. But the channels, some channels, you know the channels. I don't want to throw it under the bus because I'm not that type of person, you know. But you know it, and we all know what kind of channels are like. One day, oh, Canelo, you know, he make history, this and that, and they're gonna fight against their fighter, and like, oh my God, Canelo is not as good as the people think. And then he gonna fight another fighter, and like, oh, Canelo this. They talking about Floyd. Oh, Floyd this, Floyd that. I respect all the fighters because they put their life on the line. But being honest, David Benavidez, I like David Benavidez.
Yeah.
But if you look at his resume, he never fought somebody in the caliber of Canelo Alvarez. He's not a one type knockout puncher. A lot of people say they make him look like, oh my God, he's gonna destroy Canelo when they fight. No, if you see the Benavidez fight, I don't remember one punch knockout in his fights. So he knocked people out accumulating punches. If he can accumulate punches against Canelo, because Canelo, he's gonna, as soon as you throw some more punches, you're gonna get back 3 or 4 like real shit punches.
Absolutely.
So don't get crazy. Don't say crazy about, oh, Benavidez is gonna destroy Canelo. It's not gonna happen.
I'll tell you this about Benavidez. I think that when the Canelo fight does happen, I think it's going to be kind of like the Errol Spence Crawford, where Canelo goes out there, destroys this guy, and then it's going to be like, you know, all these guys are going to be exposed for all that shit they talked.
Wait, Drain. Benavidez has to move up before them this fight and shit like that. I'm already hear that shit, man.
Salute, family. Both of you guys go bust you some cheeks. Enjoy the fight, and I'll see you guys after the fight for the post-fight, and we can definitely get that conversation in, my brother.
For sure, my man. Take me for me.
Salute, family, and bless your family, my brother. All right, let's get these other predictions in. Austin, Big Kid, what's good? And shout out
Salute, man. All right,
salute.
So
go on, Austin.
You want to go first?
No, you take it. I'll let you go.
I'm gonna provide a different dynamic that I feel like I haven't seen nobody provide yet. So first things first, I want to say that I'm a big Charlo fan. Always been a big Charlo fan. But you know, the reality is he probably gonna get his ass knocked out tomorrow night, and it's probably gonna be ugly. So, you know, I watch both channels. I watch damn near all the boxing channels, but You know, it's too seldomly we see, you know, a fan of a fighter that's not willing to tell the truth. And the truth of the matter of fact is Charlo is the naturally bigger man. I mean, even just looking at him at the weigh-ins or you know, just at the press conferences, that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, damn, Charlo probably should be fighting at 68. But you know, he's undisputed at 54. He did have some close fights with Castano and Tony Harrison, which I think that he was losing the Tony Harrison fight up until the knockout. I think he lost the first Castano fight. These are just me, even as a fan, me telling you, I think he lost these fights. So with that being said, I think Charles is going to come to fight tomorrow. I don't really like his energy during the press conferences. People making excuses like I just heard the other brothers just say, he said that, you know, lions are quiet, and I don't want to hear that shit. He keeps the same energy for everybody else. You don't want to have that with Canelo right now. You could make the case he's focused, whatever the case. That might just be my bias as a fan, but keeping it unbiased, I think that he's going to try to move. He's going to be on his bike probably to around the 6th or the 8th, but once his legs get heavy and he realizes he's in there with a different beast, it's going to get ugly pretty fast. And I'd probably say Canelo gets him out of there in 9. Jamel, I think he'll probably get dropped early. I could see him getting dropped at like the 6th, regrouping, and probably get knocked off around probably the 9th round.
And I think it's an outside chance he could still go the distance. I mean, Jermell, this is a guy that ain't never been knocked out. So if he does get dropped or hurt, I wouldn't be surprised if he could recover, hang on to the end. I wouldn't be surprised because Jermell has a lot of heart. This guy's not a pussy when he's in the ring. He's going to try to fight to the end. He's going to go out on his shield like a man. That's what I respect about Jermell. He was willing to fight Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre walked away from that shit. A lot of people don't want to admit that. So Charlo has always had a lot of heart. That's why they call him the big Charlo instead of Jamal. You know what I mean? That's really what that's about.
I very well could see it being a situation like the Errol Spence situation where, you know, the guy just keeps on coming and has to have the ref step in. I could very well see it be a situation like that. I don't think that Charles is going to fall down on his horse. We're talking about a guy that's undisputed at 154 and went on a belt collecting tour. So we definitely know that Charlo has the heart, but I just think that, again, like, you know, it's levels to the sport of boxing. I box myself, so you can easily see pretty soon about who has your number. You can look good against a lot of different people, but everybody has their match, and I do think that Charlo's biting off a little bit more than he can chew. But after this fight, you know, however it goes, I would like to see Charlo move up to 160 and get acclimated to that weight and try to take another swing at 168 a couple years down the line. But as of tomorrow night, I think that Canelo will be too much for him. And like you said, I could see it going to decision, but if it does, I'll say Charlo probably gets drops once or twice and probably does get his ass handed to him. I'll say Canelo maybe 9-2, 10-2, or maybe even a 11-1 with the knockdowns.
Absolutely. And let me ask your opinion on this real quick. Who do you got winning the Barrios and the Ugas fight on the undercard?
I got Ugas because Barrios, he was just at 140. I already think he's a really small 147 pounder. I think Ugas should already be at 154. He's a big 147 pounder. I think he's going to outbox Barrios. Barrios has been dropped in the Tank fight. He didn't look great against Keith Thurman. So I probably got Ugas outbox him. I could see a knockout. I don't think it's that like because Mario Barrios keeps fucking coming. That guy comes. He's actually one of my favorite fighters.
Don't be surprised if the winner of that fight gets matched up with Conor Benn next year.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I don't think that Ben has the balls to do that, but
I think he does. I think he's pissed off with the world over, you know, what's been going on with this drugs trial and all that.
Yeah, I think
I'm from the UK, and it's been like, listen, I know it's going to a hearing, and we'll either be able to judge him guilty or innocent. You know, off that. At moments, he's innocent. That's why he can fight. But it's just like, if he is innocent, I think he's going to go on, you know, like a fucking reckoning type of deal.
Yeah. I don't know why. My camera's blurry as hell. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm a really big Barrios fan. I will be rooting for Barrios, just like how I would be rooting for Jamil. But I think that Ugas has his number tomorrow night. I also think Canelo has Charlo's.
Absolutely. That's a great prediction. I appreciate that. Hit Kid, what do you got? Who do you got winning Canelo, Charlo? How do you see it happening in the end?
I'm going to analogy of a previous fight here, which this reminds me of. Maybe not size and difference wise, but like, you know, weight class difference wise. I'm getting real similar vibes to when Triple G broke Kell Brook's face.
Oh man!
If you remember, Kell Brook moved up from welterweight to middleweight to fight Triple G, and it pretty much, you know, ended his career. Triple G broke his eye sockets. That's what set Brook up for Spence, if you remember. That first time around.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I at that time, I think Brooke may have been on to be one of the world's best welterweights. Shouldn't have never took that fight. Now, let me be clear. I respect the hell out of Jamel Charlo for doing this. This is going for greatness. This is something we can all appreciate as boxing fans. He is a credit to the sport, unlike his fucking brother, who I fucking hate. I'm going to make this very clear. I fucking hate Jamal Charlo. He should have been stripped of the WBC belt, and I've fucking said that in numerous calls on here.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, man. I'm a fan, but I'm not an idiot. We got to call a spade a spade.
Here's a question. What's he fighting Joseph?
We got to call it what it is. Jamal Charlo should have. Yeah, he should have had that damn belt took away during the pandemic, man. But
By the way,
I'm a Jamal Charlo fan, not a Jamal Charlo.
Yeah, why is Jamal fighting Jose Benavides and not Caleb Plant? He just smacked the shit out of him.
See, I got a different opinion about that, though. I personally think that I would have liked to see him take a tune-up before that, because he'll get his ass handed to him right now if he walks in the ring. It's first.
I still think he's getting his ass handed to him by Plant. I'm just going to
do too. But I'd rather see a 12-0 decision of Caleb Plant whooping his ass versus a Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford situation.
Oh man.
You know,
yeah,
you got a lot to deal with.
Yeah,
now, the only difference I want to say about your prediction that I disagree with is you made the Brooke Triple G, but Jermell is the, if we're honest, the naturally bigger fighter in this. Brooke wasn't bigger than Triple G.
I do agree on that. The thing is, though, I think power is a huge difference. It was a huge difference in that fight between Brooke and Triple G. Because here's the thing, Brooke landed some lever on Triple G.
Some good shots.
With a huge uppercut, I believe it was round 4, which, rocked Triple G's chin back.
And he ate it. And kept coming.
He ate it and kept going. That's what I think you'll see tomorrow night. I think Canelo will walk through Jamal, because I'm sorry, I don't think Jamal has, the power to hurt Canelo. And if that is the case, you'll know it in the opening, like 2 to 3 rounds, okay?
Yeah.
If that is the case and Canelo walks through him, this fight will not end in I know everyone's saying round 8, round 9 is the sweet spot. No, this fight will end earlier. I have Canelo taking Jamel out in round 5.
Oh man.
I personally don't see it ending that early, but I can see a situation where Jamel Charlo gets dropped around that time for sure.
Here's the thing, if he gets dropped, he'll stop him. Canelo's one of the greatest finishers in the sport. He's one of the best finishers in the sport. You would put Canelo up there when it comes to finishing prey, like, let's say, Inoue, who, for me, is the best finisher in the sport. Yeah. And I would dare anyone to argue that with me.
I definitely agree on that. Inoue is probably easily the best finisher in the sport of boxing. To me, at least in my opinion.
He to me, he has my vote for that.
Yeah. And I would probably take second on Canelo. Canelo smells blood. I think Canelo actually has the best IQ when it comes to knowing what players hurt. Yeah. When a fighter's hurt in the ring, he definitely knows, or if he isn't hurt, he'll know that as well. We'll see him step off the gas if he thinks he's still hanging around and he won't put himself in harm's way. Nobody can deny the IQ of Canelo. And me saying this isn't me saying I'm not a Canelo fan. I'm just a bigger Charlo fan. But I'm also not an idiot.
It's just, the thing is, it's like what one of our earlier callers said, on here. Charlo's going to have to engage with Canelo at some point. He's not going to be able to run all fight. Yeah. Stick behind that jab and run. I mean, he got caught by Tony Harrison. He got caught multiple times, by Castano and driven into a dogfight. So the way Charlo fights, I respect the hell out of Jamel.
Yeah. You can hide a lot of places, man. You can't hide in a boxing ring.
Yeah, hold on, guys. I gotta do this. I'm so sorry. Oh, God. Tony Cueva said Clarissa Shields versus Hick.
Fuck that bitch.
You got hit kid by stoppage.
Fuck that bitch. Listen, I'm no boxer. I'm gonna fully admit it. Okay. But fuck her.
How do you and Clarissa Shields end? How does that fight end?
Probably with her knocking me the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie to
I don't know. I think I got hit kid by stoppage early.
But I hate that fucking bitch. I wish you would fucking organize her and Keith Thurman so Thurman could punch her in the fucking face.
I was excited to hear that. I was thinking like maybe we would hear Let's Vocal on social media. That shit's annoying at this point.
She is the biggest fucking hater of great boxers ever. She is legitimately the LDBC fighter.
Yeah, and I want to end with this, Nuke. I'm going to get off here, but, shout out to both the Warriors, man. Charlo stepping up, probably like the payday, but he's stepping in the ring with one of the best in boxing, arguably the best in boxing. So I tip my hat to my guy, but, Canelo's probably going to get the better of him. I'll be back tomorrow night to either confirm my prediction of Charlo losing the fight or be happy and elated that he won. So
and if he does win, that'll be probably the win of the decade. And
yeah, for sure.
you could do
One of the
nothing but
biggest
give him
upsets.
props.
One of the
I
biggest
don't know.
upsets.
I wouldn't say the win of the decade because a lot of people are making excuses for Charlo right now. I can agree with that. They're making Charlo to seem like he's not supposed to win this fight. I definitely think he has a fair swing, and we got to call it reality. He's probably not going to get the credit he deserves when he does beat Charlo. Again, with me being a Charlo friend, I would love to see him win, but that's probably not going to happen. He's in there with a different beast. But Charlo is more than qualified to be in the ring with Canelo. So I don't want to see people discrediting Canelo for a stoppage win, a decision win. But there's going to be a lot of that shit. That's the reality of it.
Haters.
I agree. And I'll say Charlo after this, if he does lose the fight and does not win it, I think he could make another undisputed run and claim at 160 possibly.
Easily. I would love to see a fight between him and Janabek. That shit would be fire.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
I'd pay for that. Oh my goodness.
Janabek's unifying in like I believe 2 months' time.
I actually favor Janabek in that fight as well too, though. I actually favor Janabek.
Yeah, I favor him in that.
Charlo could take experience-wise from this fight to that one if it did happen.
That'd be a
if
great
Charlo
fight.
even looks good in this fight, honestly, I think that's a damn good fight. And depending on how he looks tomorrow night, we could call the Janabek fight a 50-50, but I'm also a big Janabek fan, so I would love to see that fight. That'd be a great fight.
Absolutely. Clarissa Shields versus Ann Wolfe. For me, I'm gonna go with Ann Wolfe in the fantasy fight. That's just me.
In a fantasy fight, yeah, Clarissa, I don't think she'd have anything to keep Ann Wolfe off of her.
Nah.
Yeah, salute. Luke. I'm gonna sign off. So salute to you guys. Thank you.
Salute, family. Make sure you come back. Go bust you some cheeks. Enjoy your evening, sir.
Better believe it. All right.
So, Canelo gets a nice line pajamas via knockout TKO round 7. My brother Ed Perez says Canelo will give his fans some rounds and will take this fight to the middle rounds before he stops Charlo. My brother George, the Last Patriot, says the best finisher: Crawford first, Inouye second, Canelo third. I think I'm gonna put Inouye first simply because Inouye has done that to me at a higher level. Then Crawford, and then at this point, Canelo. At this point, Canelo will be third. I think with a good stoppage here, I can move Canelo back into second place. What do you think?
That's a fair comment. That's a totally fair comment.
Right.
I mean, I expect Canelo to do the job tomorrow.
I expect it.
I have all the respect for Jamel in the world. For me, after this, it's going to be interesting because it's like this. He's still got options, even no matter the result here. He's got the grudge fight with to AR-23. You're damn right I will, because that guy's a cracker who's high all the time. But let me put it like this. He's got the grudge fight with Crawford, who's Jamel, because they hate each other. It's well public.
Yeah.
Could go to 160 as Austin just said and fight, Janabek or fight some of the champions there.
Yeah.
There's still the thing if he wants to go to 154 of Tim Tszyu.
That's true.
So, like, there's options there for Jamel.
Yeah. I got two things. Hit Kid would knock out Southpaw. I firmly believe Hit Kid stops Southpaw. That's just my prediction.
I hate that motherfucker. I really hate that motherfucker. Yeah, everyone knows it.
And then we missed this one. My brother said Better BF has to be in the best finishers. He's absolutely right, too.
He's right.
I think we all kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Better BF has to be in the top 5 of all finishers.
He's in the top 5, definitely. Him and Callum Smith, when is it? January next year. Ooh.
Man, that's going to be fireworks.
That is one of the early fights of the... I mean, look at this New Year's, November to New Year's run we've got of boxing.
Yeah.
Like, within these next, like, let's say 6 months.
Yeah.
You've got today, tomorrow, Canelo Charlo.
Yep.
You have, what do you call it? Benavidez versus Andrade. Yep. I think Benavidez is stopping the prospect. I'm just going to be clear. Haney Prograis.
Oh, that's a good fight.
That's December the 9th.
Yeah.
We've got, I know Shakur's going for his world title against Barbarossa, ain't it? Shakur's going for his world title on a
De Los Santos.
Why'd they got him on a Thursday?
I don't know why they did that.
Oh, they're going to kill this man's TV ratings. We've got it confirmed today. Fury Usyk.
I'm loving that. Drop your prediction, Fury Usyk, right now for those who still with us.
Me.
Yeah.
Fury, too big. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong because I've not. Because here's the thing, and I'm from the UK, and it ain't because of. Here's the thing, I am a Fury fan, but he's really fucked me off this year.
I was a big Fury guy for a long time. I liked Fury, but he has just become more and more annoying, and I don't know. I don't understand.
You didn't see the heavyweight division held up by Joshua. Let me put it like that.
I tell you, Usyk has a very good chance. I'm leaning Fury, but I would, if Usyk won the fight, I would not be shocked because he's so damn skilled.
If Usyk wins the fight, he goes pound for pound number one. That is, I dare anyone to argue that with me. And not only that, he goes down on a Mount Rushmore of all-time greats.
Back-to-back, undisputed, and he went to the heavyweight division and took over all the killers. You got to give him all the credit in the world.
Yeah, and then I don't know if we're having it. Joshua Wilder's still thinking, but I don't know if Wilder wants a tune-up fight.
I don't know why that's taking so long.
Wilder's doing fucking reality TV in the States, ain't he? He's doing, what do you call it, the traitors, ain't he?
My brother Mike Trade says a new Canelo will knock out Charlo in the 6th. Hit Kid had the 5th. If he knocks him out that early hit, this Canelo is literally so motivated. I would just
if Canelo knocks Charlo out in the 5th, David Benavidez is not going to mention Canelo's name after the Andrade fight.
He said, "You know what? I'll fight Andrade in a rematch." Oh, man.
I just can't see it going any other way. Let me be clear: if Jamel does it, and this is what we have to mention, if Jamel Charlo pulls off one of the biggest upsets in boxing this year, Jamel Charlo's top 3 pound for pound.
That's true. That's true. I can't argue that. And I think Inouye, if he goes undisputed at the end of the year, for me, he's back to number one.
Which he will, because I think he's destroying Taplas. I'm just going to be honest.
I think he's going to run through him.
Yeah,
like the whole block ran through Southpaw's mom.
Yeah, and here's the thing: he'll either do 1 or 2 fights at 126. I've heard Luis Neri, as a fight at 126.
That'd be a good one.
But for me, sorry, at 122, to defend. For me, it'll be interesting whether he goes to 126, which is kind of really, fragmented belt-wise right now.
Yeah.
Because all 4 belts are separate. Or does he take the straight jump to 130?
I think that'd be a mistake. That's a giant leap.
I know, but you get where I am saying that because of the money fights in, that 130 to 130.
It would be like range. You're looking at like maybe 20 million with those type of fights coming up there. Crazy payments.
Because that is the question. By the way, has anyone heard who Tank Davis is fighting?
No, he's not fighting until next year.
Well, it better be Loma.
It better be
fucking Loma, because I'm not giving. There's no way he gets past. And by the way, fuck Jake Paul.
So Jake Paul hit Kid, who wins?
Me, because that guy's not a boxer. I mean, there was a reason why Tommy Fury knocked him out. Didn't knock him out, but beat him. But Tommy Fury ain't no good either.
So salute to Juan. He said, "What's up, landlord? Straight from Tijuana, Mexico." Salute to you, family. We got a fight tomorrow night. Salute to you, Hit Kid. Any final words, Hit?
I'll just go with this. Tank Davis needs to fight Lomachenko. It better be that. Otherwise, I think we should be on a live cooking his ass. Canelo stops. Go ahead.
And the only thing I don't like about that is, now you want Loma off of a loss. You want Loma when he's aged all these years. You need to be fighting. You need to be fighting Haney and Shakur right now.
Dude, it's the Mayweather method. It's the Mayweather method.
It is.
Like I said it in the chat a few days ago. What was the video you posted? Someone was saying Canelo's career was angled by Mayweather, and I thought Canelo doesn't fight old age pensioners or people who are coming off losses or a cherry pick. Canelo fights prime world champions. And let's remember, by the way, this is Floyd Mayweather who should have 2 losses on his record.
That's true.
Castillo in the first fight, De La Hoya.
And that Castillo fight was 100% plain and clear. I don't even know how they came up with that shit.
I still think the De La Hoya fight's plain and clear.
And there's a lot of people feel that way about the De La Hoya fight. I will say this. My brother George says, I hope Ngannou lands a lucky punch on Fury.
No.
That'll ruin Undisputed.
No. That would ruin. Trust, we have to know cheer Fury in that fight. Trust me, before when he was rumored, to be fighting, like saying, "Oh, I'm going to fight John Jones next." I was hoping Ngannou would land a lucky punch, Considering though they've confirmed, Undisputed today, we don't want Fury taking any damage. Otherwise, that fight's off in December.
we need that fight no matter what. But I think Fury washes the floor with that guy, and it's over
Yeah,
quickly.
I think Fury kills him. But yeah, I'll be out right now. Canelo by 5th round knockout on Charlo tomorrow night. That's my prediction. I will be live tomorrow night, with you in here post fight.
Absolutely. Salute to you, Hit Kid. Go
And another day of drinking the LDBC's cheers. Fuck you, Southpaw.
Salute to you, Hit. Peace, my brother.